Okay, welcome. Here we are in a Ram ProMaster 2500, and what we'll be going through today is the build that we do with our wilderness vans builds. So to start with, as we're going through this van, there's going to be a few things that you'll notice, and one is the quality and the strength and the products that we're using. As all of our vans, all of our cabinetry is all built with 5/8 11 ply Baltic birch, and the reason why we do that is for the strength and the stability of it. We're wanting to build a product that is going to last, and we'll be able to go through all the punishment that you can maybe give it as you're headed down a bumpy road. So we'll start with our Galley unit here and go through some of the things that are in it. So if we look here first, what we've got is we've got a countertop with some pretty good space on it, and then also we've got a Dometic stove and sink combo. So underneath the lid here, we'll lift it up, and what we've got is we've got 2 burners and then a sink here with a tap that flips up when it's in use. The burners are a electric start, and the tap is a 12 volt that is directly connected to our pump. So it's a on-demand unit as we want water turned on and the pump starts. Okay, so we'll start with our drawers here, and we'll go through the hardware and the construction. So we've got little push knobs, so they're locked when they're closed. To open them, push them open, pull our drawer out, and our hardware, our drawer slides that we use are a Blum soft close drawer slide. They're ball bearing, they are built to last, and have very good sliding function. Our plywood here, you can see the birch that we use as we're doing our construction. We have a Craig screws and our pockets, and like I say, they're soft close. Give them a close and they just pull in nicely. So right here, directly under the sink, we have a little door, and we pull this door out, and under here gives us access to all of our plumbing and also our propane. So we're running a 16-ounce propane tank, and in here we have a location for 2 tanks, one to be hooked up and the other one to be a backup. Directly under that, we have another door, and in this door is what we house our fresh water and our gray water. So in our fresh water, we have our water line that runs up to the sink, and then we also have a 12 volt line that, like I said earlier, when I turn the sink on, it starts this little pump in here to pump our water up to our sink. And then we also have our gray water in here as well. Continuing on with our Galley, what we've got is we've got this nice little push out countertop. So if we need a little extra space when we're doing our meal prep, we've got that here right above the sink. And then to the fridge. So the fridge, what we use in our units is a Norcoal, and this little fridge comes complete with an ice box and all the space for your items you need to keep cold. Right next to the Galley, we have our display unit. And so in this unit, what we've got is we've got 2 storage doors here for storing stuff for our sink and our meal prep. And then in the back of it, there's an opening for the bed section. We'll get to that in a little bit. And then here we have another door that opens for just a cupboard for our storage. In the Galley area also, we have one upper unit which flips open towards the ceiling. We have stays on all these upper units to hold the door open while you're accessing your goods that you have in there. Okay, so here we are in the dinette slash sleeping area. And what we've got here is we've got seating for 4 with the front 2 driver and passenger seats being able to swivel around. And we've got our table with the same materials as everywhere else in the van. And we have this table with our table bracket. We're able to unclip the top section and it can rotate. And we've also got another clip on the bottom down here that allows us to get a lot more movement out of the table so we can get out of the way if we need to. So now I'll show you how to turn the seat into the sleeping area. Okay, so we've removed the table in the dinette section, so now we'll show you how to change the seat into a bed. So what we're going to start with is we're going to start with pulling up the top, folding it straight up, transferring the headrest onto that, and then we'll proceed from there. So there's a little handle here on the side. I'm pulling it, taking the whole thing up. So now we've got the seat section facing up. I'm going to pull the headrest off and lock it into the seat section. Okay, so at this point what we've done is we've folded up the seat. We've taken the headrest section, put it onto the seat section, and now both pieces are vertical. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to slide the whole seat back to the cabinet area, and then we'll fold everything down into the bed. So there's a lever under here. I'm pulling that lever, sliding the seat back as far as it'll go. And then what we're going to do is fold everything down. So this, we're going to fold it down flat and make sure that they lock in position, and then we're folding down this section flat as well. And now once we've folded both sections down and with the driver's seat swiveled around, we have a full-size bed here. Okay, so for our 2 gauges that we have here, what we have is our temperature control for our heater. So we have a fan function and a heat function, and then we can adjust either fan speed or our temperature control here with this turn dial. And then right beside it we have our solar sensor and our house battery sensor as well. So this tells us how much solar power we're getting, what our level of our batteries are at, and if we're plugged into shore power, how much we're charging our batteries as well. Okay, right behind the seat we have a pantry unit, and we've tried to integrate a pantry into all of our vans that we build. And in this particular van we have a large pull-out pantry, and so this pantry has a bunch of shelves in it for all of our storage, and then above it we have just another storage shelf. Right behind our pantry, between the pantry and the bed, we have a concealed toilet unit here. So this is a cassette toilet, and we will show you how it works. So the lid will flip up, and the door flips out, and we have access to our toilet. So this the toilet is connected to the same water supply that the sink is, and so it just works on the same on-demand with that pump. Just push it and it fills up and flushes. So that pushing the button will fill the unit up with water to flush it. Just pulling this out and then back in. And then to dispose of the black water, we have an access door on the outside of this particular van. Alright, in the back of the van here we have our bed. So this bed is just under the length of a queen and a little bit wider than a queen. And so what we've got is, to access the bed section, we've got a set of stairs here that folds out of this little concealed cubby, and up the stairs you go onto the bed. Now, when you're in the bed, what we've done is we've incorporated into the back side of this display unit, we have a charging station and a little cubby for putting your personal belongings in when you're sleeping. Okay, so here we are on the outside of the van, and we'll just show you how to take out the cassette toilet. So we've got a access door here, flop it down, and then you're just gonna, there's a little lever inside, pull that up, cassette toilet comes out, and then you're going to take it to the appropriate waste area, open it up, and dump out your black water, and then install back to the van, handle down, back in, and it's that easy. Here we are at the back of the Euro, and I'll just go through some of the key features of the back here. So what we've done is we've designed this to have a lot of storage. So the first thing that we've got that we'll see is we've got a big pull-out drawer here. And so we've actually incorporated the lock into this drawer. So you have to pull this locking tab, and then it'll slide out, and it'll actually lock in the fully out position as well. Now these slides are rated for 500 pounds, so we can put a lot of camping gear and whatever into here, and it'll fully extend out and then slide back in. And it, like I say, it locks in the closed position and the open position. Here we have a cubby on this side for a bunch of storage. There is also a storage door in the front for items that maybe you don't use very often. And then what we've got is we've got 3 full-size drawers here that pull out as well. Again, the same construction and the same drawer slides. And then our last feature that we have back here is our diesel tank for our heater. And this diesel tank fully pulls out, and then you can fill up your diesel and run your heater with it. And that is a overview of the Wilderness Vans Euro floor plan.